I don't know.
Yeah, I saw that one, but I've never actually seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's probably a failing of mine, but
Um, I've only seen clips from it. It doesn't really appeal to me, but
I've heard it's very funny from people that I trust to know that things are funny, so
hmm
I should probably have music going on or something. Uh,
oh, did I misclick? Oh, I definitely misclicked. Wrong one. Ooh, I'm right up on 7K channel points, by the way.
oh damn.
Almost there. Puck
No,
champ.
I didn't want LOL champions like me. I wanted LPL champions. There we go. Thank you.
Is their champion select music particularly good?
I don't know. I've never heard it. Which is I just saw the last time I was running Champions Select music. I saw it,
hmm
um, and I was like, we haven't listened to that before. I wonder if it's good. We'll throw it on. So far, this one's not bad.
I wonder where they get their champ select music from. Like, does each region like commission its own uh, champ select music, or how does that work? Do you know?
No, not a clue.
Or do they just license stuff? Do they just find stuff on the internet?
What
I
the
wonder.
fuck?
That'd be kind of cool if like the LPO reached out to you to license your music to play. That'd be really cool.
All right. Um, this goes pretty hard. I don't know about it being in the background of a Champ Select, but
Is it a little extra?
yeah, it's a little too weepy and moopy, boopy and boopy. You know.
I think one failing of our setup is that I'm never able to hear the music that you're playing.
Oh, do you want me
So,
to like link it to you?
you can. I'm not sure how much difference it would make, but
I mean, this is what we're listening to right now.
I just know every time you talk about the music, and I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, true. But I've never actually, listened to what you play.
I need to pop out the chat.
Oh yeah, that goes hard, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm at like 2 minutes. It's
Chill.
like
Chill. What
it's
the fuck?
it's not bad. It just like it doesn't stop. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we got a breakdown, and now we're going again. All right.
This feels like, I don't know, man. Straight out of like a 90s action game. It's actually so cool.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
A little boom. I don't, I can't make the noise, but there's a noise that it makes that transports me straight back there. Not necessarily to the 90s, but to the games made during that time. Um,
Do you know Thomas made like a new GSM clan? I don't. It's like Glizzy Slurpers or something. I don't remember.
is it the one that's like GEESM?
Yeah.
Did Thomas make that? I remember seeing someone post about it, but
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's Thomas that posted about it, but I don't.
oh, it may have been.
If I just search Glizzy in the GitRex server.
I think it was a picture
Oh yeah,
though, right?
no, Glizzy slurping maniacs or Glizzy slobbering maniacs. He said them both. All right. Well, that answered that.
You're right. I see that. I see that. No longer are they OKgasm. They're now GSM. Glizzy Gladiator's Hut.
Is that what the actual clan's called?
Yeah, it's in his in the picture he linked from in the client. The actual clan name is Glizzy Gladiator's Hut.
Oh, that's weird. That doesn't have an S or an M in it.
Very astute observation. That's pretty big brain.
Yeah. I mean, just throwing people off. Alright.
Oh baby. Well, Twitch just gave me the notification that I hit 7,200 points. So.
Oh damn. All right, you want to do a cast?
Yeah. Let me kill the music.
Okay. I think we've done enough chilling. Maybe people got here. Oh, Lane's the only one here. You know. Of the people that we're casting for, it's Lane.
Lane's always here to support the boys.
That's okay. I'm sure they'll watch the VOD. It's not about the viewer number.
It's all about the views, man.
Well,
all about the views.
I mean, it doesn't hurt. Sometimes, you know, you just do your week 8 platinum and diamond cast and you get 5 viewers, and that's just okay.
Is that a thing that happened?
Yeah, it did.
Oh. Well, it might, you know, I don't know. I think that you know, maybe warning plat a little bit ahead of time and not doing it like 9 in the morning, like an hour after Worlds ended, might have been like a strat.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? You want to go in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Yeah, spawning on the blue side of the rift, wearing the blue health bars for game number 1, are the Glizzy Slobbering Maniacs of Gold League. In the top lane is GSM Levi's playing Mordekaiser, Panther 553,212 in the jungle playing Amumu, Seymour in mid playing Vigar and Naked Beekeeper, and Silver Spade number 10, perhaps Platinum Spade, perhaps Diamond Spade number 10 playing Thresh.
The 10 in his name actually represents the amount of ranked games he's played all season. On the red side.
Okay.
On the red side, we have RotM with Carmel in the top lane on the Vladimir, Gid in the jungle on the Volibear, I Sinister playing Galio in the mid lane, then Ryan Fergie and Oath rounding out the composition with an Ashe Nautilus bottom lane. They're already looking for a bit of cheeky level 1 here.
Yeah, they went for the invade, then the counter invade, and we'll see if they can find Silver Spade at the end of this. Thresh gonna land the hook into the snare, get the flash, the counter flash from Gid, but he's not quite in range to land the maul.
Yeah, so unlucky there. I think Gid started Q for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started Q, tried to get the instant flash stun, and if it landed, they probably would have gotten the kill. Silver Spade held onto his flash for quite a while, but unfortunately, the simultaneous flashes means that just the trade of flashes there. But Silver Spade didn't get a chance to recall, so he's going to be walking into this bottom lane very low on HP. We'll see if our team's able to take advantage of that, but definitely something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, so Carmel goes and sweeps around the red buff to make sure that GSM hadn't taken like a counter invade in there. Of course, can't spot the ward, but Levi's went in and did place the ward on the red buff, so they have knowledge that Gid went back to his blue side. That's a good hook landed on Beekeeper. He's chunked pretty low at the Ignite. One more auto? Not quite enough.
I think Fergie might have been able to hover around there at the edge of tower range and flash in for the last auto, but playing a little bit safe. Oath, you're not level 2 yet, bud.
I mean, he has
a little
hook,
bit of pre-damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you really want to be level 2, just because you have so much pressure down here, and GSM can't contest the wave.
Yeah, I'll
there's no reason to engage before you hit level 2.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So looking at team compositions, funnily enough, both teams drafted a full AP topside, or full magic damage rather topside. So I imagine we're gonna see a lot of Merc Treads this game, but with how much value early Amar's gonna have up there, I would be surprised if there's a whole lot of killing going on up there. Everyone's gonna be so tanky to each other.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird. You don't have the best like Galio delivery system for the ROTM comp, right? Like Volibear kind of runs in like he's doing excellent demonstration there. Oh, that's
Actually
quite a bit of
got
damage to the top. Got the
stunned.
flash. Yeah. Oh, the Winds of Ward not quite as chunky as I thought they would be, but got Seymour low, got the flash. That's going to be nice to return to.
Yeah, and the sort of range played there at the edge of the cage, Gid was able to get the damage off, get the stun, and continue autoing without getting stunned. So really well played, and that's probably best case scenario for that gank, just getting that Vigor flash.
Yeah,
And
again,
might be looking for something in the bottom lane here.
he doesn't have flash himself, so it's very difficult to do a whole lot on Volibear. You have no, surprising ability, no dash to run at people, and all of these lanes have tools to deal with you in a straight line. Maybe not Mordekaiser, but Mordekaiser's just a pain on his own. But like Vigar throws the cage up, Thresh can just flay you away, Samira can even just dash.
It's definitely not a happy game to be a bear in.
Yeah.
Being melee as it is into a Mumu Vigor Thresh is very much fun, but just only gets worse when you're melee with no dashes who's only engaged is sort of running directly at somebody. But that said, as far as
a hook
here
into the juggle, get a flay. Okay, that wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be.
Yeah, just a little bit of a chunk coming down onto Oath. You're talking about Galio delivery systems. I think that there's like a miracle team fight where you're able to ult in on a flanking Vladimir. I think that could be really nasty.
Yeah.
But other than that, there isn't a whole lot of reliable delivery of that Galio.
Hook gonna land on Silver Spade. He gets flayed into the tower. What was that first knockback? Was that the Samira juggle that knocked him back slightly into tower? Anyway, Frugi's in a lot of trouble now as Samira's already got one kill, has the passive all stacked up, doing the extra damage, and it's the double kill for Naked Beekeeper. That looked...
Was it a spectator bug? Did he walk in?
Was it the extra tug on the Q? It just... He got, like, teleported and then flayed, and it almost looked like he got flayed twice.
Oh, you know what it is? You're right. You're completely right. It is the second part of the Thresh Q. It looked weird because it was disjointed because of the Samira juggle. But yeah, it is the second part of that Thresh Q. What's your in-game timer? Sorry, I went back to look at it.
I can pause if you'd like at 5:54, 5:55. Okay, 5:55.
Oh, okay, give me just a second. I might have overshot the green.
So, anyway, that was...
4... Okay, I'm caught up. Go ahead. Whenever.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. It's such an important thing to go back and look at because... Samira snowballs probably better than almost any champion in the game. Maybe like Talon accepted. I don't know. It's going to be very difficult. Carmel gets taken into the Sex Dungeon. He's trying to get away. Gets the healing from the ultimate. Trying to get away, but he just has no more tools to escape, and Levi's will bonk him down. Sent him to horny jail and then bonked him.
Yeah, and solo kill early for this Mordekaiser. I'm not certain how this lane is supposed to go, but GSM has to be feeling pretty good. The Levi's is doing a pretty good job of keeping Carmel down so far in this early game.
Yeah, that said, he goes back and gets the needlessly large rod, so he's probably headed for the Spellbinder build. Just go for the big one-shots, which I don't know if that works super well against Levi's. Oath's in a lot of trouble. I liked what he was trying to do on the roam, but just kind of overcommitted by walking too far, and the teleport behind him from Levi's is perfect to pinch him in. That was really well played by GSM. And now Silver Spade's here with the Lantern. Not going to hit the hook, though.
I think ultimately there's a little bit of a slow reaction to the teleport. Oath thought that he could just walk to the side, but unfortunately Amumu's waiting for him there, so nowhere to actually go. And that's a flash burn here for from Samira. So Gid doing a good job to capitalize on support being out of
Oh,
lane, but
yeah, Gid's in a lot of trouble as well
oof.
because Panther's just roaming back down there. They just aren't really respecting that Panther isn't farming at all.
I mean, it wasn't even Panther. It was just sort of, we knew exactly where Silver Spade was at. You know, he was just showed mid. You know, he's going to walk down through river. It's just a little bit of a brain off play there means that GSM picks up a couple of kills.
And now a possible
Oh,
dive for
no.
Panthers. He's got Curse of the Sad Mummy. He's going to land the bandage toss immediately onto Frugi. He gets juggled and taken down. Now Oath in trouble as well as he hits the Inferno trigger. The Ignite not going to do enough. Another double kill for Naked Beekeeper. He's 5-0 on the Samira, and this game's already out of hand.
Yeah, no, Samir, as you were saying, it snowballs extremely hard. And, you know, after that first play where they were able to get the kill onto Oath under turret, it's just sort of been downhill from there. 5-0 on Samir is not where you want to see the Samir, especially since she's the only physical damage threat on her team. Meaning that, you know, if you're building armor, you're literally only building it for her. It doesn't help you against anyone else on her team. And that just never feels very good.
Yeah, you do have the tools to maybe attempt some picks on her. It's going to be rough, though, because of her lovely AoE wind wall. To start it off with the Ash Arrow, but you can chain things. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know
Yeah.
what you do to counter Samira, to be honest.
So normally what you would look for is instant CC and burst. And with this team composition, they do have quite a bit of CC, even some that goes through the Samira W. You know, you have the Volibear Q, you have Galio Taunt as well as Nautilus ult. You know, these things could be pretty good at keeping Samira down, but oh no.
Oath is getting a little too greedy for this pink ward, and it's just going bad to worse. Beekeeper's dominating. 6-0 has the finished. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. Gets in the top lane. Levi's takes him to the Sex Dungeon, just going to fight it out. You can see... Oh, that was really well timed on the Tides of Blood, and Gid's going to pick up the kill in the top lane. We're on the board, boys. 8-1.
That was a pretty good gank there. Gid has had a couple of good ones. The last one ended up going poorly as he was caught at the end of it, but this one, pretty good as he's getting the kill onto that Vladimir, or rather just an assist, but the XP and CS lead is definitely going to help him out. And, you know, Vladimir is definitely the type of champion who, once he gets a lead, once he finishes, you know, the Spellbinder plus maybe a Death Cap or a Proto Belt, has the damage to full carry a team fight, especially against a relatively squishy composition of Veigar and Samira. So definitely something to keep an eye on. I like that they're working to get that Vladimir a bit of a lead.
Yeah, Silver Spade still just being annoying, goes in, gets some vision, throws a hook out. Just doing everything that he can to keep Frugi and Oath pinned underneath this tower. Frug, to his credit, keeping up in CS is actually pretty admirable at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Doing a pretty good job of it, you know, especially with how much they've been pushed under and even getting dove the last time that they were under turret. Keeping up in CS is definitely a good sign.
Actually, everyone keeping up in CS is pretty good at this point, but now the danger time as Panther maybe looking for another dive, but
Ooh, there's a lot of people here this time.
Yeah, Hook gets spell shielded or wind walled away. Gid and Panther just along the side next to each other. Panther really wants that bandage toss, but not able to find it. Now here comes the squad from ROTM. Knock up onto Panther, gets the flash plus the speed boost away, and all of that was expended for Panther's flash.
Yeah, Ash still has ult. Oath still has flash. It feels like if you're going to commit the teleport, you sort of have to burn everything to make sure the fight happens.
Carmel going to get flayed in, has the pull away, but not quite the right timing there from Silver Spade. Now Dragon on the table, but everybody can collapse. Levi's is walking down from top lane. Right now it's a 4v5. If you pick the fight right now, there's the Ash Arrow landing. They're onto Panther. Going to take him low and down. Oath gets that kill, unfortunately. Beekeeper dashes back out as Silver Spade lands another hook. Vigar on the top side of the fight hasn't really been able to join as Levi's is hanging around as well. Vigar on the top side. Oh, he just kills Frugi with the Primordial Burst. And now Levi's can take someone to this X dungeon. He's got the Galio in there as Silver Spade lands another hook. Beekeeper is untouched in the back, but Carmel flashes forward and trades, which is actually really important. That's a big shutdown. But now Silver Spade, Seymour, and Levi's 3v2 are going to be able to push RTM off of the Dragon.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that with the numbers advantage, our team's not going to be able to secure that. A good flank from Seymour, sort of hiding beside that blue buff, able to pick off Frugi. But Carmel got the kill onto Samira, got the shutdown, and
They're
is
still
still
maybe looking for
posturing
this.
here.
Oh, with Panther there, they can't. Yeah, that was very good timing, I guess, for GSM as Panther swoops in over the wall with the bandage toss and secures the dragon.
Yeah, so not ideal at the end of the day, but the big news is Vladimir got the shutdown. Vladimir got quite a bit of gold into his pocket, now has the finished Spellbinder, and even was able to finish Merc Treads. Is going to be pretty strong on this Vladimir. So sort of establishing a win condition here, is that big team fight from Vladimir.
Yeah, the dragon would have also been nice to maybe get a possible Ocean Soul at the end of it, but that looks a little bit grimdark now. 4,000 gold at, I guess it's 4,000 gold at 13.5 minutes is a major lead, I believe, is the definition.
I'd say it's just not ideal for ROTM. not exactly what you want to be seeing.
But yeah, the longer you can hold a 4K disadvantage, the better off you are. So we'll see if GSM can find more things to snowball. Right now, they're not doing a great job actually knocking through towers or plates, and those are about to end. So that extra freestanding gold not really going to be there as Gid secures a Rift Herald that I don't know exactly what the value of is, but he got it. And if you can get an objective, that's pretty good.
I think more importantly,
Panther's going to walk in here. Oath is in a lot of trouble. Oh, wait, he's actually just... They're split right now. Frugi getting soloed out by Panther, but Beekeeper dashes forward. Yeah, now that Samir is able to join, it's going to get turned back around, though. Sinister gets a good knock-up. Oath is really low. I don't know that he can get out. Ooh, he got the flash. A little bit of fancy. Why'd he hook back in? Oh, no. All right, well. Seymour had enough time to walk down from mid lane, picks up a double kill on the Vigar.
Yeah, no, Seymour's feeling pretty good. And it looked like it was all right. There was the split damage from the two tanks on the side of GSM. They couldn't decide quite who to go on. And it led to Galio being able to get down there, ult in. They picked up the kill onto Samira. It looked all right, but unfortunately, Seymour was there to pick up the last couple kills. And now that that gold lead's ballooning just a little bit, now sitting at about 5,000.
Yeah, so all eyes on Carmel, the carry hope for ROT. Yeah, I don't really know what more to say. This one's kind of out of control. If you have a hope in this game, it's just to kind of chill in these lanes for another like 5 to 10 minutes and hope that GSM doesn't make a really big play. But
which is why, speaking back to that Rift Herald take, the fact that GSM wasn't able to secure that with how much pressure they have, is a good sign, and that they might be able to stall out this game since GSM
looking for the play, gets the knock up onto Oath, into the juggle, into the he didn't hit the
no.
tower, dashes forward, Beekeeper gets the kill, Frugi's ult just a little bit too late there, and he'll get hooked in by Silver Spade, juggled, flayed. That's really disgusting combo. It's a double kill for Naked Beekeeper in the bottom lane. Now on top though, Carmel and Ged are looking for Levi's. Gid in the Shadow Realm right now is Panther's here. The two combatants just awkwardly watching. They'll take down Levi's first. Panther may be in trouble. Beekeeper killed a tower? Okay, a tower on the other side of the map as Panther flashes away. And now Gid and Carmel will look to knock down this top tower in return.
Another pretty good gank there from Gid is the 2v2 here in the top lane was able to get the kill that they needed, get that turret. Just a little bit too late to be first turret, but that's right. They're trading relatively evenly, and might be able to keep pushing, though. This bottom lane for GSM sort of out of hand. They've already gotten that first turret. Oh, no.
Oh, they get the knock-up onto Beekeeper. He's pretty low, but he still has the dash away. Teleport behind right now. That's Carmel looking for the flank onto Samira and Thresh, but they're headed out toward the river. Sinister's going to find them in this bush. Everybody kind of slowly collapsing for RTM. Doesn't land onto Beekeepers. He's able to dash through, but now Carmel's here. Just gets eliminated. A huge Inferno trigger for the triple kill for Beekeeper. And
Yeah, it's tragedy is the flash from Carmel unfortunately wasn't able to land the EQ onto Beekeeper, means the Beekeeper lasts long enough to build up the bar and use her ultimate, and that's 3 more kills going over to the side of Samira. I like that they were looking for the aggressive
yeah,
play. It's just so unfortunate that the timing on it, a Vladimir flash as well as the Samira dash, means that they just didn't have enough damage to finish her off.
plus, like, in the actual fight itself, Oath not having the ult, Frugi, I don't know if he didn't have the ult or just didn't commit. Like, everything's just very slightly desynced, and it means that instead of finding that pick and maybe being able to turn the fight, or at least trade relatively evenly, it's just a slaughter because of the triple kill for Beekeeper.
Exactly. And that's the first Ocean Drake going over to GSM. So we're on track for a 28 minutes Ocean Soul. If they last that long, then it's definitely a win con there for GSM.
Yeah, honestly, with an 8k gold lead at 18 minutes, if you last that long, you're bad, right? That's no,
Maybe.
relatively you should be able to snowball, especially with this team comp that's already snowballing super hard, but we'll see what
Definitely.
happens. Silver Spade is zooming in here with the mobility, not able to find the flay onto Carmel. Not going to look for the hook either. Is Gid just going to be up there to kind of ward off some of the pressure?
Yeah,
They're still looking for it. They're just hard forcing this top lane right now.
Yeah, GSM's just sort of rotating this ADC around, trying to pick up what turrets they can. And RotM is responding. They have 3 people, and Galio waiting in the wings. They have the numbers advantage if GSM commits.
Yeah, they need to do it
And
before
GSM
Panther
is
gets there,
walking
though.
up.
They're more concerned, I think, about
I
defending
feel
the
like
tower
that
than...
should have been the go button.
Oh, well, that might be the go button. Hook lands. Gid
Galio?
ults out. Here comes the Galio ult. It's a big knockup. They just can't get onto Beekeeper. He's still pretty healthy at the back of the fight. Now hits the Inferno trigger, able to take down the Vladimir. Finally gets taunted up by Sinister, but they can't find the kill. He's got the double kill. He's just dashing around in the back of the fight. Stays alive on that little bit of health, and the fight goes 0 for 4.
He was at 1 HP for the entire fight, and unfortunately just not able to find the right amount of damage to finish him off. And it's 4 for 0 in favor of GSM. The only person who was saved was Ryan Frugi, who was in the mid lane defending against the Veigar, and even Veigar's able to get that turret, so everything going the way of GSM now.
Oh, and the stun gonna land. That's just a dead ADC. He got super outplayed there.
He made the cardinal mistake of being on the same screen as Veigar, and has to pay for it with his life.
Picked an 80 carry in 2K20. Who could do that? That wasn't made in 2K20. You have to pick the Samira, I guess.
True. And GSM starting up the Baron. I'm not sure that RotM's in a position where they're able to defend this. It's actually going down so fast.
Yeah, I mean, their champions are pretty good at killing that thing, as it turns out.
Who knew?
Alright, so now you're 3 items Samira versus 1 item Ashe. That's a little mismatch.
Slightly.
Let's, oh, I didn't actually want to tab over. He's got more than double the gold of Ashe. Fun fact.
True.
Yeah.
That is, a fun, fair, and reasonable amount of gold to have. And what's funny is that they're still basically even in farm. All of it coming from those 14 kills.
You just have that in the back, at least you're even in farm.
Yeah. And again, I like that our team was looking for the fights, as we're probably just going to see GSM walk it down here. They have a pretty massive lead. They were looking for that fight in the bottom lane. They were looking for the fight top.
Oh, Panther's going to find the engage. Flash actually doesn't pull the ult, as Gid's going to look for the counter engage. They just can't get on to the Samir at the back of the fight. Carmel on the side, gonna take down Levi's, but that's not really the value target as Beekeeper's just underneath the Nexus turrets. He's gonna Inferno trigger, he's gonna die to the turret as a result of that, but the damage is done as Carmel, not quite able to find the Tides of Blood, gets stunned up by the baby cage. It's a triple kill for Silver Spade, because why not? And that'll end the game.
Yep, they should be able to finish it off here off the back of, a really monstrous performance from the bottom lane of GSM as they got a little bit of a lead and then just snowballed that extremely well across the board. And that's game 1.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot more to say. Let's load up game 2. Oh, that's wrong. Oh no. The
Oh
one
no?
time it's not RotM leads 1-0 on the BRB screen.
Oh no.
I can usually just keep that in my back pocket, but oh, they would switch sides.
Imagine switching
They
sides.
just wanted to make me do extra work.
I bet that's what I bet that's exactly what they were doing.
What's 10? Am I missing a meme?
Silver Spade 10.
Oh. Is that what we're memeing?
I have no idea. That's what I was memeing, but Lane said it first, so I'm just copying him.
Yeah, that's fair.
I wanted to be part of the cool kids.
Why do I have a Celebrate K-pop emote on the Middle Sticks account?
I think that because I think I got one too because Neo gifted a sub or something, and that's like a thing that's going on this month.
I don't even know what's happening in this emote. Is she crying? It's called TT, so I'm assuming it's crying. But
that looks like it's crying, but also flexing.
So
I don't
flex. My gains are too big. Oh no.
You could flex your way through the sadness.
We'll go with the laugh after.
Mine,
Oh man, the first game. Yeah, it was a banger. Oh yeah, yours are... I can at least tell what's going on in yours.
I don't... What's the glow? What does that mean?
So there's...
What's K-pop glow mean?
So they're those light up wands. Some of the bands or like in other performances, they'll hand those out and they'll glow like to the beat of the song or like different things. We had wristbands at the NALCS final that did the same thing, but
that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a thing. They're like light up sticks essentially.
Okay.
I can't really tell what's going on in the dance one. Oh, if you click on them,
they're
they get bigger.
dancing.
Okay.
If I had to guess, uncertain, but I'm pretty sure they're dancing.
Oh, if you click on the emote, it gives you like a bigger picture of it. So you can see that the girl is actually crying and also making like a T with her fingers at the same time. So she's not only crying, she's making the symbol for crying while she's crying.
Is that what that is? Is that a T?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's TT.
Or is she just like pointing down?
I mean, maybe, but like...
Maybe she's crying because of what the people below her in chat are typing.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
honestly,
that's what it is.
Honestly, same.
Either way, that's way too small to be readable in an emote. Yeah. They need to get... Yeah.
All right. Let's do a game 2.
All right, I'm ready.
Uh,
Show
yeah,
it to me.
I have it on the screen. I am in fact showing it to the people. Um, three, two, one, go. Do you want to do RTM again?
Absolutely. Blue side of the map this time around is ROTM Gold. We have Carmel in the top lane. This time around, he's the one playing the Volibear. Gid Shadeslayer in the jungle got the Warwick. I Sinister playing Orianna in the mid lane. And then Ryan Frugi and Oath playing the ever-present Caitlyn Morgana bottom lane.
And on the other side of the map are the Glizzy Slobbering Maniacs. In the top lane, GSM Levi is playing Renekton. He's French, by the way. Panther, 553,212 in the jungle, playing Kane. Seymour in mid, playing Corki. And Naked Beekeeper and Silver Spade number 10 in the bottom lane, playing Jinx and Zera. And
So
already, happy feet from Sinister as he dodges out the root from Silver Spade.
if 10 is the number of games that Silver Spade has played, is 553,212 the number of games that Levi's has played and is still in gold? Or
I
is
I
that too?
honestly have no idea. Like, have casted him for 3+ years now. What the fuck?
Maybe it's like his area code or something.
I
Like
don't
maybe
like
it's two
that.
different area codes.
I just got a message that says you have been invited to work, and I don't like that. Anyway, no other shenanigans here at level 1 is gonna start red buff, and we'll get the bottom side start for Panther as well.
Yep, so both these junglers are going to be pathing towards that top side. The melee versus melee matchup of the Volibear Renekton is pretty volatile, so any sort of early pressure that you get there should be pretty helpful. At Worlds, I believe Volibear is seeing a lot of play as sort of the Renekton counter. Going the Black Cleaver Iceborne Gauntlet build. So we'll see if Carmel ends up opting for that or going for something a little bit different. But either way, this is a matchup we've seen a lot on the world stage and something we can keep an eye on.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because the discourse is kind of flipped, because originally I think people were like, why would you pick Volibear into Renekton? And then all of a sudden now it's Volibear's the Renekton counter.
I think
so
it's because Volibear's like stupidly oppressive early, especially his trading pattern. Renekton is similarly stupidly oppressive early because of his dumb trading pattern. But if both of them, sort of beat their heads against each other, then Renekton's going to be useless late game.
Yeah, Gid looking for this gank top lane. Oh, not quite able to get the fear on the flash, but we'll be able to follow and chunk him down thanks to the red buff. Carmel didn't need to invest in flash, but he's going to pick up first blood because of it.
Greedy top laner. He's flashing for the kill when the jungler had it. But either way, that's a good level 3 gank top, and in this bottom lane already, Frugi had to flash out, had gotten caught by the root, and almost got caught in the Jinx traps as well. And Panther's getting pushed out here, was able to secure the big Wraith.
Yeah,
I think Gid, instead of contesting the raids, probably should have just went in and taken the enemy red buff. He saw Kayn cross over, so he knew that Kayn didn't have a red buff. But instead, is going to be able to push him off there, and is here to counter. There's still 3 people here bottom lane. They're just walking up.
Yeah, they're just going to death squad through this jungle.
What's their plan?
Oath and Frugi
wait,
are following.
Assuming ROTM doesn't walk straight into them, what is their plan right now?
Binding misses. Grasping Root's going to find, though they can't quite chain that into the Flame Chompers. Heal comes off as Gid's on the flank. Frugi's going to be the first victim of this fight, as they're still looking for more. Panther's really low, but the Ignite not quite going to finish him off. Gid in a lot of trouble, though, and he's going to find Corki on the backside of this. Now dashes through. Carmel uses his teleport to come down to the bottom lane. We're having a scrap. Now Dark Binding going to connect onto Beekeeper. They'll take him down as Carmel finishes that one off. They get a good trade. Sinister is able to join the fray, and it looks like it's going to ROTM as Seymour is going to get taken down. A double kill for Carmel, and for some reason, this game wasn't deemed closer than the other game in order to be played on stream.
Is this really not the game that was played on stream?
No, game 1 was on stream for some fucking reason. I'm not actually sure, because this one is significantly closer in kills, and we have a lead at one point. Look at this.
The The teleport in from Carmel, sort of turned that fight around, and Gid on the Warwick was just able to survive so long with the innate sustain that he has. And ROTM able to pick up quite a few kills. Carmel now 3-0-1 on this Volibear. He's a little bit behind in CS and XP as well. It's sort of the price you pay when you teleport to the bottom lane. But, as long as he's able to weather the storm up there for the next few minutes, he's going to be in a really good state.
As a side note, I really don't know. So, like, when I was supposed to pick games for the GR stream, it was like, closest game gets prio. If both games are equally, like, bullshit or close, you pick the one that looks the most interesting based on picks and, like,
Oh no.
looking for pentakills. Seymour maybe a little bit caught, but he doesn't know that he is, and Sinister's out of mana, so he's got to flash away.
Oh no, Gid ends up stuck on the wrong side of the wall. He was expecting Corki to Valkyrie or Flash, and Seymour, just sort of saw that Orianna didn't have any mana and, took, called their bluff and was able to force out the Flash from Sinister.
So anyway, I don't know how that pick of Game 1 over Game 2 is defendable by any of those criteria, other than you think Samira is really neat or you want to see a blowout. Anyway. Back to life, as we know it. It's a 400 gold lead for RTM, and it's all on the top side of the map. Beekeeper bought a cull. That's kind of neat.
As you do,
Silver Spade already has mobility boots, so I wonder if you buy mobility boots, you have to roam. Levi's hits level 6 before Carmel thanks to his push. That's a huge chunk. He can look to continue on this one. Just the Dominus does so much work in this 1v1, and Gid gonna say, no, don't dive, my boy.
Oh, Carmel, don't walk too far out, bud. You're playing with fire.
Oh no!
Oh no! You're playing with fire.
Gid just recalled. Oh no!
Okay. See, and that's what I meant. That you have to weather the next few minutes because Renekton is gonna hit 6 before you. You got an out. The wave was pushed. Renekton can't shove the next wave very quickly, so like, could just recalled there, or just sat really far back and eaten the wave under your turret. Renekton without ult isn't gonna dive you, but unfortunately, Carmel feeling a little too strong after the 3-0. Didn't quite, realize that he was still a little bit weaker until he hit 6. So like, ends up giving over the shutdown.
It doesn't matter if you submit it in the wrong order because the replay has a file name that is the match ID number, and the match ID has a match ID number, and the match history that you're looking at has a match ID number. You match the numbers to each other. It doesn't matter what order they're... I'm fucking mad. Anyway, I'm steamed about a lot of things, but that's one that's on my list. Gid's gonna go in for a steal, takes it to 111 health, and then it gets smited away, unfortunately.
Yeah, so close. Unfortunately, gets CC'd up, not able to get near the wall to flash out. And Carmel now, as we see, just now hit the 6, but is getting the bad end of these trades. And Renekton hasn't even recalled yet. That's purely off of level advantage. Renekton's sitting on 1,500 gold. Once he recalls, he's actually just straight up ahead of Carmel because of the level advantage. Oh. Both fishing a little bit with those bindings. Not going to find their mark this time around.
Yeah, these bot lanes are actually just both so... I don't know exactly what word I want to use. But they chain their CCs super easily together. Oh, Levi's
stunned your minion.
Yeah.
Give him the dabbing penguin. Let him know as you walk out.
Seymour has package. Oh, he's not moving that fast. But Seymour's in the top side area. Maybe
I
looking
think he
for
does
something.
have package because I don't see it in base.
It didn't look like he was moving that fast, but yeah, he definitely has package. Maybe looking for the dive on Carmel. He's
Carmel
got
has
Stormbreaker
ult.
available. It gets that extra health, jumps in. Levi's is taking right now. It flashes. Oh!
Oh!
Does he
Missile?
live? The shield not gonna quite be up in time. Levi's is gonna pick up the kill. Oh, he slowed. The slow from the E is enough as Carmel trades it back.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Carmel ended up ulting onto and then walking over the Corki package, and that just does so much damage, especially at this point in the game. It's a very strong ability. we
And they
spend any amount of time on it.
yeah, and they've buffed it like 3 times in a row for some reason.
Yeah,
It's actually just disgusting.
I think Riot wanted Quirky at Worlds, but for some reason, pro teams just really don't like him. So Riot's like, okay, what if we just made his package literally like 10 times better than Equalizer in every way? But
I mean,
that's right.
yeah, they got Orianna Azir, so you know, they got to be 2 of their 3 right there.
I mean, Rise is still missing though, which is the true tragedy. Everybody, loves to watch and play with and against Rise, right? Well, as Levi's kiting out the shield duration, getting good trades in there.
I mean, the world song this year isn't called Rise. That was last year. It's taken
True,
2 years
true.
ago. Excuse me, last year was Phoenix for FPX Phoenix. We haven't figured out why it was Takeover this year.
I think it's for
LPL to completely take over the fucking planet with their 3rd win in a row. Yeah.
I'd rather see, Korea, take
I mean,
back
I would
over.
personally too. Oath looked for that play, by the way. The Soul Shackle's just not quite able to connect. Beekeeper flashes.
The Soul Shack was hit, but unfortunately, just a little bit late on the self Black Shield means that Oath gets rooted up and isn't able to follow up. But oh,
Panther
Gid
over the wall.
found Panther.
Yeah, Gid just wins this hard.
Zyra's gonna be here first though. Can't chase too hard.
Oh, Grasping Roots actually doesn't connect. He's out of there?
The root? Huh.
The root didn't hit, but the plant auto did to slow him up.
That was interesting looking. But yeah, Gid essentially able to trade out flashes there. So a pretty good invade there. Just can't stick around too long because Silver State has Prio and Levi's is going in again.
Yeah, Carmel really can't fight back because of this Bramble Vest, and that's a decent amount of healing. I didn't think it would be that much even. Panther's still just looking for orbs, gets chunked through.
He has to be so close. He's molding. He's just trying to get his form.
Oh, Gid didn't hit the...
Oh no.
He doesn't have ult either. Double knockup from... whatever the Stranglethorns is what it's called. Sinister looking for something as well. Hits a combo onto Silver Spade. Ooh. They're just so split. Frugi gets the little speed boost.
Come on,
trying
Sinister.
to find something. The ult gonna knock down Panther. And they're gonna find Beekeeper maybe at the end of that. It doesn't look like it. The dive in the top lane though from Levi's as the Stormbreaker comes through. Carmel still looking for it. One more auto. He's got the shield. Can he find anything? Levi's and Carmel just hanging out. Buddy's in the top lane, and it'll be Levi's going down on the solo kill.
And that's the Volibear ult extended auto attack range as well as the run animation looking a little bit funny means that Levi's Q's a little bit too early and isn't able to hit Carmel, and Carmel ends up picking up the solo kill. Now 5-2-1 on that Volibear, and that bot lane trade with the Sinister Roam ended up going pretty evenly. Or Sim had almost
Gid gets the Scuttle Crab, the important objective. We'll see if he can get it out. Umbral Trespass on as he's going to just kind of take him into the team. Yeah, Gid still has ult to heal back up. He's going to land it onto Panther. Oath just trying to get some damage through. Panther's so low he'll go down eventually to Gid, but the rest of the team for GSM collapses and they'll trade that one back. Silver Spade's on a killing spree. He's 3-0-4 on the Zyra, and that's actually a very worthwhile usage of gold, honestly.
Yeah, Zyra can definitely become a menace, especially when she hits that Leandre's. Just so much damage going to be coming out from her.
Yeah, both top laners teleported down during that fight. Didn't really mix it up, but Levi's is going to hang out and get this dragon for GSM. That'll be their second, and we'll get to see what flavor of Rift we get. It'll be different from last game, which is nice. The suspense. Infernal.
Ooh, Inferno.
So that's really going to benefit GSM if they can continue stacking. But Seymour has package. This is not a safe herald to take because of that.
Gid is still level 6. He's been level 6 for like the last 4 or 5 minutes. He has all of his camps up and just gets pushed right off of the Rift Herald. Just seems like every time we see him, he's in the middle of river fighting.
They're going to try to pick Sinister
GSM.
with that package. Oath taking tower shots in the bottom lane is apparently more interesting. Now we're going to scrap over the Herald. It gets taken down to 252. Gid can't quite close the gap as Panther's able to smite that one away. They'll take down Gid. Sinister's fine in mid lane, and so is Beekeeper in bottom lane, kind of the other people that we briefly saw take damage during that.
Mm-hmm.
This could be really devastating, though, if Panther's able to knock down this tower in top lane and free Levi's from the chain that is top lane. Panthers through the wall. They're trying to get onto Carmel. He has Stormbreaker available. Going to jump in on the Levi's now. Gets the kill. And the Umbral Trespass now going to take him back into the turret. Not tanking turret currently. Will finally tank one shot. Carmel gets the stun. Gets knocked up by Blade's Reach. This is not an even fight.
Ooh.
The bear is mauling him. But Panther has so much move speed he might be able to get out. And he does get out through the wall. Unlucky.
That was a really good play. 1v2 underneath the turret by Carmel. He's able to turn that one around, use the Stormbringer to survive just long enough, put out the damage on the Levi's while he's tanking. And, you know, once Levi's is gone, Panther has no chance against this bear. Now 6-2-1, has the advanced Iceborne Gauntlet, is going towards that cleaver, and it's just an absolute monster right now. But this game was, you know, less close than the other game.
For sure.
Ooh. Corki's starting to hurt a little bit. Yeah, has that finished Muramana, is working towards that Triforce at that 2-item power spike. That's when Corki just becomes so strong. Ooh.
Yeah, and what I'm really looking for is either these 80 carries to start hitting their items as well. Beekeeper, you know, I mean, they're both hanging on Pickaxe BF Sword, which feels kind of bad. Oh. Good plant, good spell shield. Oath should be able to walk this. He had the spell shield up. I think he was really worried about it breaking while he went over the traps, which...
I think it was about to time out. It was a risk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hate the flash. Seymour...
Oh, not quite able to connect on the Infinite Duress. That was a good Valkyrie by Seymour. He got the mid lane turret as well, which... feels super bad. Now the bot lane turret as well. This feels kind of like the start of a snowball for GSM. Should they be able to knock down these towers here? And this open up the map for Panther to do shit like this. Just gank through mid lane. They're on to Sinister. The Shockwave gonna pull Seymour back.
Straight into...
Kid can't really track anybody down. He's so slow, and now he's gonna get kited out. So 2 kills in the mid lane and the bot lane turret going the way of GSM. Carmel hanging around on the side, seeing if he can do anything, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to find too much.
Yeah, and it looked alright, that fight there in the mid lane, as the Orianna ultimate ended up pulling Corki straight into the Warwick Fear and almost was able to combo it out, but Corki limps away at a couple hundred HP, and GSM ends up picking up 2 kills for their trouble. And now, what was an extremely close game a few minutes ago, the gold lead is now ballooned up to 5k in favor of GSM just through picking up these turrets. You know, the turret mid, turret bottom, as well as just picking up a few random kills here and there. Just sort of getting out of control now. Our team really needs to stop the bleeding and look and try and get, you know, a favorable fight for themselves here. You know, it might be around this dragon that's coming up here in under a minute.
Yeah, and it'll be important to see if we can get some of these big items to come through. If we can get that Infinity Edge for Caitlyn, Zanya's for Morgana wouldn't be terrible. I don't know exactly what you're looking for from Gid or Carmel. I guess if you can hit enough for that combined cost for the Black Cleaver. Oh, he's got it.
There
actually.
It is.
All right, so
Carmel's actually massive.
Yeah, Carmel is huge. So play around the Volley Bear, I guess. Hope that he can find some cheeky kills.
Yeah, and GSM already has the setup. They have the vision down, so it's ROTM's onus to walk in and try and take control. But Oath
just gets
already
chunked over the wall. The heal plus the Suck My Dick rocket, not quite going to be enough as Oath limps away from the fight. But Dragon should be the next objective. Levi's is able to get the top lane tower while this is going on. Seymour waited in base so that he could have his package up for this possible Dragon fight, but ROTM really just can't even look to contest.
Yeah, after that poke coming out, it's extremely hard, especially against that Corki package. Corki package sort of is just, you know, a free dragon timer every 5 minutes, and Yeah, our team just not able to contest that. And even when they weren't contesting it, they still ended up losing that top lane turret because Karma was in base, finishing up the cleaver, trying to be as strong as possible for that fight. Um, oh no.
Oh, and now they're looking for it. Fruggy's chunked pretty low. He's Umbral trespassed. Oath just kind of dies in the back of this fight. They're trying to wreak havoc on the top side, but Carmel and Gid just can't get anything done. The fight is so split as Sinister's off on the side, almost able to finish off Panther, but it just doesn't matter as the rest of GSM collapse, and they'll start knocking on the tower here at 20 minutes.
Yeah, on this turret, there's not a whole lot Carmel can do to defend it. Just too many members alive, and they're all just too healthy. And that's RotM defending a tier 2 just a little bit too far up against the Corki package, as well as Kane coming through the wall means that GSM picks up a couple more kills, picks up that turret, breaks into the base, and is going to be able to establish so much vision here on the top side. And this gold lead is just now out of control, almost 8,000 in favor of GSM. And then they're just starting up the Baron at 20 minutes. They're sitting on quite a bit of gold. If RotM knows, they might be able to contest this because the gold's relatively even right now.
They can't get there in time is the biggest. Look at how quickly they're burning this, and like even if they'd run straight from base, I don't know that Sinister and Free get there in time. So it'll be the Baron over to GSM.
Yeah, and everything just sort of snowballed extremely quickly in the last few minutes. GSM doing a good job of taking that lead and just sort of spreading it around the map. And now they're looking at a Baron at 21 minutes. I imagine they should be able to, pressure this already broken inhibitor in that mid lane with the supers, as well as picking up some side waves, try and get another inhibitor. Did Panther just try and smite that from Jinx?
Yeah, man.
Scumbag jungler.
It's his red buff. It's in his jungle, right?
True.
Gets spotted on the side? What ward saw him? What? Alright, well, he's dead.
Maybe the ward just north of there caught him going into the bush?
Maybe. That seems like a
Maybe
stretch.
he walked over a Zyra plant?
I don't know.
Maybe it was the ward that's in blue buff. Maybe
he
that
didn't
one.
walk that way. I
One.
thought he walked through the gap, but I don't know. Anyway, that's a good pick on to the strongest member of ROTM, and now GSM can siege the base, and I don't know what the boys can do.
Yeah, no, GSM saying, screw playing macro, screw trying to push in side lanes and applying pressure in multiple places. We're strong enough, we're just going to run straight up mid with this Baron, and our team doing a good job of actually clearing out that wave and sort of stopping them, even with the Baron buff, and Oath is going in.
Yeah, Oath's looking for it. He's got the Soul Shackle still, stuns up Jinx, but nobody else can really follow that one up. I like the look, I like attempting to do something, but just no follow-up on the rest of that from the rest of the team. No really ability to either. Is kind of. Oh, that was a good snipe. That was actually a pretty good snipe. Yeah.
Yeah, and the base defense is going all wrong here. Is ROTM's just trying to hold on, and there's another wave coming in. GSM probably going to keep pushing with this. Their health bars are... A couple people are low, but oh my god, just so much damage coming out. Levi's diving in underneath the turrets is actually going to go down.
Yeah,
but
the damage is kind of
over to GSM.
Yeah, the damage is kind of done. Carmel now forced to jump in, able to take down Panther. Oath and Sinister hanging around the backside, but Jinx is excited, and now Fergie's respawn just to die again on the fountain. Double kill for Beekeeper, and a triple kill for Seymour. The full house to end off the game and the series. It's a 2-0 for GSM, and that was fucking depressing. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, there were a couple good looks, and throughout most of that early game, it was actually extremely close. RotM had a couple of really strong members and a couple of really good plays there. Unfortunately, just a bad string of incidents for a minute or two means that the gold lead just sort of balloons, and GSM does a good job of taking advantage of that and snowballing that. So RotM didn't have much of a chance after that point.
Yeah, so In game one, it was pretty obvious where the snowball happened was the bot lane fights, and this one I think it's a little bit less clear. Do you think it was the flip at the Rift Herald, or was there a point even before that where it started to swing?
So I think that the big issue was at that. So there was like a series of plays where like Gid invades and finds Kane in the bot side blue jungle, right?
Hmm.
And ends up using ult and trading flashes, and that's fine. But after that, they end up fighting like 30 seconds later, in the same place, like down near their tri brush. Unfortunately, they just didn't have any ults, didn't have a whole lot to go off of, and GSM picks up a few kills from there, and then in the next minute or so, they're able to pick up that turret as well as that mid turret, and then everything's just downhill from there.
All right. Well, um, yeah, that's all I really want to say about that one. Um, we'll get him next time, I guess. I don't know if you're interested in meme casting your own game, but you don't have to. Thanks for joining me for the gold cast, if nothing
Yeah,
else.
anytime, bud.
Um,
I think I'll hop out.
all right.
But yeah,
Well,
anytime, man.
for those of you sticking around for the stream, we'll be jumping into Platinum versus Phil Gang as soon as I get it loaded up. So we'll be right back. Oh, that's too long. Whatever. FG. That looks really unprofessional, but whatever. It's in the middle.
FG. I kind of like that the with the font there, it's sort of symmetrical how the bottom of the F and the G are like pointing towards each other. So like the angle on it is very different.
Oh, I do like that. Yeah.
Whoever made this font like needs to change that a little bit and like normalize the angle of the bottom of these.
That doesn't
But
look very good either. We'll put it in the middle. That looks better. Not like a whole lot better.
also the F and the G are really close. I guess all the letters are really close to each other. I just didn't really notice it.
Are you casting this or not?
Oh no, I was
Oh,
just hanging
okay,
around. I'm
okay, all
sorry.
right. No,
I'll get out. You hate me, I get it. Bye.
bye. All right. Well, now it's Maris solo cast time. Welcome to the ROTM podcast. Um, Let me change this. Phil Gang's logo's like blue? Question mark? Oh, can somebody at Miguel? I need to at Miguel. All right. That's the wrong website. This one is the one that I want. Sometimes you just load up Lolalytics rather than the Get Wrecked one. Rosters, Platinum. Oh, it's purple. Another purple team. Alright, we'll just leave them purple then. Alright. Well, I'm just going to start the cast. My name is Meristematic, and welcome to what is clearly not a meme game between Return of the Middlesticks Platinum and the Phil Gang. On the blue side of the rift, wearing the blue health bars for game number 1, will be ROTM Plat. In the top lane, liposuction lane, playing Shen. Aikedo in the jungle on Hecarim. X-Craze in mid, playing Syndra. And Karasuda and Black Salt will be playing Callista and Nautilus. And on the other side of the rift, wearing the red health bars, will be the Phil Gang. In the top lane, Senna main role, playing Senna in top. True Rage in the jungle, playing Lilia. 2004 Lexus GX470, playing Galio. And Narawana and Roast the Beef, playing Nar and Bard. I believe Phil Gang needed to win this game to make playoffs. So it's a little strange that they went for this. I mean, so Narawana clearly, at least at one point in his life, was a Nar main, Senna main role. At least at some point in his life, also played Senna. They're playing them in the roles that they've been playing all season, but yeah. FG had to win and QRG had to lose to GRE, which I think already didn't okay, so this game actually didn't mean anything. So, feels bad when teams FF. X-Gray's going to go ahead and get an orb to start off the festivities. Yeah, kind of interesting. Both junglers with blue starts. It means that we're going to be opposite sides. I am kind of interested if Aiketo will go for like a split map and just try to rush to that red buff. Lilia, known for her fast clear, but isn't like super fast early on, and is actually headed for the full clear as well. So it would be a possibility as Aiketo heads toward his Sir Gromp as well. And Black Salt goes ahead and throws down the taunt onto Narawana and rushes the beef. Because why not? Kind of interesting. Karsuda goes for the Hail of Blades this time on the Callista, and the hit level 2 Black Salt looking for it hits the hook. Karsuda now layering in some auto attacks, gets exhausted and throws the Rend in along with the Ignite. Roasts the beef, chunked pretty low, but that's a positive summoner experience for the bot lane of ROTM as they'll take the Ignite in exchange for both of Bard's summoners and the heal on Gnar. Also kind of interesting is X-Craze has the Phase Rush, which I know I've personally attested isn't my favorite. I know it's very effective. I know that it's normal. I still like Electrocute. I like doing damage. I guess not against Galio. Maybe against Galio it just doesn't matter, and you need the Phase Rush so that you don't get taunted. Narawanna's really low. That was a pretty good little chunk from the Pierce. This lane seems like cancer. I don't know what you do against solo lane Senna, but the answer isn't really to walk up and trade into minions against her. I'm assuming once you can equalize wave state, if you're able to as Shen, it's probably pretty free just to walk in and trade. Lily and Hecarim gonna go ahead and spot each other. Aiketo kind of looking for a dive there in bottom lane. Maybe gonna run directly into Lexus. This could be a lot of trouble for him, as the bowling ball not quite going to connect, and he'll just steam his way back out into mid lane. Black Salt and Karsuda may be looking for something here. Narawana hits the boomerang on the way back. He'll hop over the wall. Flash from Karsuda means that it'll be a Scuttle Crab for the Phil gang. Oh, the flash forward Lexus looking for it. They're going to get the taunt onto Karsuda. Boomerang not quite going to connect, but it's first blood on the auto attack from Lexus. Yeah, it's hard, like, the contest probably shouldn't happen to begin with because RTM was down numbers after X-Craze hit back, doesn't have teleport. Aiketo now already up in the top lane looking for the gank, gonna knock this Senna back. Teleport already forced as Lexus just all over the map, teleports in, gets the taunt, gets the knockup. Can they actually find the damage? Not quite gonna connect on the W, and everybody should walk away. So, a pretty good early game so far from Phil Gang. They have that kill advantage. It feels like Lexus has been everywhere on the map because he has been, but now he'll have to return to mid. X-Craze will have a level advantage though, and we'll see if he can exploit that. That ping is immediately on. I don't know. I guess there's a ward. Oh. A cheeky little ward over the wall from X-Craze as Lexus goes in for the taunt, gonna get a big trade. Lane has kind of equalized the lane, in fact, and Senna main roll in trouble as he'll get the shield, layering in some autos. There's nowhere for Senna to run. Auto attack down by liposuction lane. The solo kill in the Shen versus Senna matchup. And yeah, I feel like as cancer as the game was, like levels 1 through 3, to be as Shen, yeah, I don't know what Senna's supposed to do in this matchup now. She bought some Swifties? I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I know why you do it. I know why Phase Rush is good. I just don't like it. I hate Phase Rush. Just chalk me up as a Phase Rush hater. I like doing damage. It feels good to do damage. This is why I'm bronze 1. Good hook though onto Narawana. They'll take him pretty well as Karasuda will hop back. He's got a 20 CS lead despite the death, which is pretty impressive. It'll be equalized somewhat, but you know, not quite 20 CS available for Narawana. Narawana's kind of a weird name because that's like, it doesn't even really sound like marijuana. Well, Lane is level 6, so is Senna main roll, so we'll see those global ultimates come through. Lexus just ticked 6 as well, so we should see a pretty explosive couple of minutes here as people test out their new ultimates that they've acquired. Aikedo should be relatively close as well on the Hecarim. There it is off of the blue buff. I am omniscient. Also not giving it to X-Grace, just pointing that out. Lilia checking Dragon right now, sees that it's still there, so that's nice. And Aikedo goes for the counter invade. I don't know if he saw any, I guess he might have seen something on the pink ward that would lead him to do that. Kind of interesting that he's really opting to try to steal farm away from the Lilia and try to control the hard farm from the deer. Oh, Narawana uses the ult. Stun gonna land onto Lexus and needs the phase rush to kick in. Not gonna happen. He gets watch out eeped into the sleep. Drowsy and the auto attack actually isn't the last bit of damage. It's the fear. The dot, excuse me, as Aikedo and Liposuction Lane combined for the kill on Senna main roll in the top lane. Yeah. So solo lanes falling 1 for 1. Across the map, and we'll see who can really gather the more resources as a result of that. Lexus is going to get this shoved in, but because it's a cannon, X-Craze actually isn't going to lose too much on this, so that's kind of nice. He'll lose the cannon, but he should be able to pick up a couple extras. Black Salt looking for the hook, and not quite going to find it as Roast the Beef. Slimmed down a little bit on the Bard, I guess. Normally you think of Bard as a very chunky champion, maybe susceptible to hooks, but able to dodge out. The Bard skin paying off for him. Hey, not only did Aikedo take the blue, so did True Rage. The sub-jungler coming in and taking blue buff from Lexus. Imagine that. Hook gonna land, and immediately Cosmic bound to the wall. Bard isn't chunky, he's huggable. That's also fair. Aikedo and True Rage going to collapse, and the Fate's Call. Oh, not quite accurate, but it doesn't matter. There's so much CC. I didn't even see this Shen ult, but now there's 4 members of ROTM hanging down on the bottom side after Lane's able to shove that wave in top, and they'll successfully get this dragon after the pick. I would assume. Yeah, I didn't think Bard could really do anything. This is a really weird comp from, where's he going? Oh, he's just gonna go steal the Wraiths again? He got 2 of the little ones. X-Craze over the wall. Not quite able to find that stun on to Roast the Beef. Now Lexus can't quite find anything back in return. The taunt lands. Ultimate comes through, but the Guardian will keep Lexus nice and topped off. X-Rays doesn't have any mana right now, so that's a little rough. I guess he'll get some from Tyr. Gets the knockback onto Lexus. The minion's doing some damage. Aikedo's here, hits the Onslaught of Shadows onto the Bard as Black Salt just takes down Lexus on the back end. The exhaust burn to try to keep Bard alive from the Hecarim, but he sacrifices his Galio in the process. So pick in the mid lane for RTM, and they'll continue pushing in. Well, Lane was able to find an assist on his first ult, which is a good sign. Black Salt, I think this is a little bit too aggressive. He's going to die for this ward. Oh, it's even getting teleported to be saved as Lexus comes in. Going to hit the blast cone over the wall. Black Salt's still alive somehow, to watch out. Not quite enough, but the Q is, and now Karasuda out in no man's land gets slowed up and taken down as Roast the Beef takes the kill. But Aikedo looking for vengeance for his bottom lane here in topside. Senna main role should be down there playing Senna, but instead is... I don't know, I was making an analogy, and it's not going to work out. Just like that gank didn't work out. But Aikedo still has the Rift Herald available, can pop this turret pretty much at will. The flash taunt from liposuction lane, though. And Aikedo will take the solo... Well, not the solo kill. It wasn't solo by any means. Lane burned his flash taunt for it, but he'll take the kill. But now at 12 minutes 30, going to go ahead and pop the Rift Herald and the rest of the turret. That was pretty clean in terms of the timing on that one. And about a 1,500 gold lead, if I'm doing math. 1.7, 1.8, yeah. Okay, gold for RotM. Shout out to Karasuda for using my favorite Callista skin. I don't know that he's aware of that. The championship with the yellow Groma. Lilia gets spotted somehow. X-Craze walks in for the auto attack and get the Shen ult. He's got exactly 0 places that he can go. Good taunt from Lane will secure that kill. Karasuda will take that one into his pocket. And Galio will come in and find a ward, I guess. So, you know, sometimes you trade your jungler for a ward, and that's fine. Fates call in. Bard ult. Not quite successful there. That was the first time we'd seen Roast the Beef use it. I love Bard ults. It just is... It makes the game super weird. That Tempered Fate. That was a weird bite. Alright. But now a 2,000 gold lead for RotM. Hook not quite going to land, but they'll continue shoving this one in. CS lead hasn't really ballooned in bottom lane. But if you look at the jungle, that's really where the difference is. That 17 accounts for so much more because they're jungle camps. True Rage looking for the gank up in the top side of Senna main role. Not quite able to find it. They'll get the spooky Wraith form, and they won't be able to catch the elusive ninja was never seen again. Oh, Narwana looking to pick up his own little house in the bush, but he's going to find Nautilus and Callista there instead. It's a big chunk, and it forces him to burn his heal basically on cooldown. Aikedo's going to look for the dive. Narwana doesn't have the rage available, so this should be pretty free. He gets exhausted, but it just doesn't matter. The Senna ult not in time to really help out. Galio's coming in on the side as they're going to catch X-Craze trying to roam up to help out with the play. X-Craze trying to trade the Ignite, not quite going to do enough, as now we're going to snap back as Lexus is able to take down Karasuda. Black Salt in trouble as well. It's a double kill for Lexus, and we get to watch the result of the kills and not the build-up to them. Thank you, directive camera. But Aikedo is out of there, and that's what matters, I guess. But the Dragon going to the Phil gang. Maybe? Allegedly? Oh. They got down to 4 health. Well, a couple of first items getting completed. Lexus actually has a Magi's Soul Stealer, and he's got 13 stacks. That's pretty impressive, considering the 2k gold disadvantage that they've been at. True Rage is in his power trough right now, really needs that Leandries. You got Bork. X-Craze has a bunch of mana, but doesn't have any damage yet. Roast the Beef. Just gonna check and make sure X-Craze is paying attention. He was. Oh, they're going to get the Shen'el. They're trying to dive already onto Roast the Beef. Big taunt in from Liposuction lane. They'll take down the Bard and they'll take down the Gnar. Really nice dive from ROTM as Aikido finds Lexus. X-Craze just prepping some orbs. Not able to get this stun over the wall, but Black Salt flashes in, hits the hook, and Aikido's unstoppable. 5-0 on the Hecarim. He's a big pony. Oh, stun onto True Rage under the tower lane, not quite able to connect on the taunt because of the flash, but it just doesn't matter. There's so much damage coming through in the sleep, not popped in time. So another successful dive for RTM. They just have not cared about turrets. They don't care about your health bar. And now they don't... I don't know what that last qualifier was going to be. Boy, don't cast after working on a Monday. It just... your brain just doesn't brain. Especially while you're solo casting, as it turns out. Karasuda may be in a little bit of trouble. Lexus not quite going to be able to track him down. I do really want to see X-Craze finish an item. Oh, he still doesn't have enough. Oh no. Starved just a little bit there in the mid lane. But the rest of his boys are big, and that's what matters. And for what it's worth, Lexus is, you know, one of the better, if not, like, the other best mid laner in the league. Maybe you throw Midnight Slushy in there, but I would personally take Lexus over Slushy. Don't know how everybody else would feel or rate those two, but between those three best mid laners in the league, knockback onto Roast the Beef. Well, just going to exchange pleasantries across the gap here. X-Craze a little bit too far forward, gets meeped, gets slowed by the exhaust. They're going to pop the sleep as well. The Senna ult not quite going to do it, but they'll be able to take him down underneath the towers. Lane joins from the side. The Tempered Fate will enable them to dive Black Salt, and a good Cosmic Binding. That was a really good timing there by Roast the Beef. Can they actually successfully find the damage? Aikido just kills Gnar out on the side? I don't know. He's going to find True Rage as well. Double kill for Aikido as now Callista able to join, and Karasuda finds the rend and the kill onto Roast the Beef. Is he going Iceborne Gauntlet? He is. This is unfortunately kind of the Callista experience against Senna right now, and he'll be taken down. Oh, the ward snipe! Alright, yeah, definitely a Senna main. That was really nice. That was pretty clean looking. Gets the ward down for the Piercing Darkness from Senna, and takes down Karasuda with it. Actually, really nice little play by Cinnamon Roll. Black Salt might be caught, getting slowed up a little bit. I don't think... we really haven't seen... I've been kind of impressed with Senna main roll in it. Well, fight's gonna break out. Aikido has the Shen on top of him. They'll take down the Senna. Black Salt in trouble now. Lexus can't quite chew through. Now finally does with the auto attack, but the rest of the team can't really close the gap for Philgang or for ROTM. So it'll just be the 1 for 2 in favor of ROTM as... Karasuda kind of joining everything late, gonna head toward the mid lane. It'll be the Dragon for Aikido and the boys. I was gonna say, I'm seeing the Senna mechanics. I don't know exactly how many more there are. I'm seeing that. I'm not feeling the Gnar right now. I really want to see the impressive Gnar show, but so far I don't think we've seen him hit a Gnar ult. And also just seems kind of desynced from his team on the pick, which is kind of the issue with Gnar right now anyway, is the cooldown is really long between your megas, so it's hard to time up. Ooh. Everybody, this is the first person that has ever been banned from this channel. So congratulations to West Scotland 102 on being the first person banned from Middlesticks GG. Everyone, round of applause for West Scotland 102. Alright, RTM pushing in toward the blue side jungle. Senna main roll and True Rage. Kind of hanging out. Aikido looking for the gap close. Hits the ult, trying to buffer the sleep, and he does successfully. Senna main roll super low, gets a lot of shields, gets a lot of heal. As the Galio ult comes in, Lane's able to take him down finally as Karasuda and Blacksalt collapse from the side. Lexus is taken down. It's a double kill for Shen, and X-Craze collapses from the side with the unleashed power. Completely outplays at the end of that one. And it's a 3-for-0 for RTM. He finished an item. Look at him go. Now looking for more over the wall. They're starting up the Baron. Aikido healed back near full health. That's just disgusting. Lane looking to try to zone off Narawana. He is Mega, but just doesn't want to commit anything. Finally, he hit the Mega Nar. Roast the Beef goes in just to spot the health at 2k. He can go back in. The Cosmic Binding isn't enough. It'll be secured by the Rend of Karasuda. Yeah, Lexus did have 15 pages at one point, and now it's 0, unfortunately. He also went for a Death Cap second item, which is a little bit greedy, but, you know, sometimes it be like that. Aikedo's really huge, has the finished Death's Dance now. So is Lane. The Randuin's Omen plus the Spectre's Cowl, just a monster on the Shen right now. That topside looking super good for ROTM. I don't know what Philgang's path back in. I guess it's finding the Narsho, like, if you can find a big Narsho into Galio ult, you can maybe find a way back in this game. It's 7,000 though, and the Baron buff on. It's a little bit rough. Man, we're laughing at Aikido in the chat, but I can't even get other people to clap for me banning the first person from the channel. Feels bad. Mid lane turret falls as True Rage and Senna main roll looking to take a little bit of health off of Liposuction lane, but nothing permanent. And the siege continues as X-Craze is on the bottom side as well. Doesn't really have the ability to join, so a little bit of a disjointed 1-3-1. Aikido's going to get drowsied up, but uses the Onslaught of Shadow. That was really good timing. Able to buffer out that sleep and make sure it's all for naught. Does exchange ult for ult. Narsho, here he comes into the Galio ult. Karasuda's able to flash away though, and the Fate's Call gets him back out as Aikido dashes through the fight. Nobody is particularly low. Tempered Fate gonna land onto Liposuction lane. Can RTM look for the engage? X-Trace is flanking from the side. Huge stun to start that one off. He's not able to eliminate anybody yet, but now Aikido's legendary, and he's rampaging through. He can't quite finish everybody off. It's just 2 for 2. I love the look on the flank from X-Craze, but he just didn't quite have the damage to chunk through 2 people. Roast the Beef lives with 200 health. Senna main roll lives with about that many. Has healed up since then with the dawning, the piercing darkness. I loved the look, just not quite executed Right, but it's still the siege for Karsuda and Black Salt in the 2v2. Have to be careful of the return Narsho from Narawana. It doesn't get them into the stun though, and Karsuda able to kite that one out. Will take down two, the double kill for the Callista main, and now the Senna main chasing them down. The Yuumi main and the Callista main looking to turn this one back around. Karsuda looking for it, but not able to chunk through. He's pretty healthy, as it turns out, with the Black Cleaver build on the Senna. X-Craze may be in a little bit of trouble as well. Looking to outplay True Rage, gets the stun, and he should be able to walk out as True Rage doesn't have any extra movement speed. Oh, still looking for more. The ult coming through, the auto not quite enough, but that'll set him up for a well-timed Q. Well done by X-Craze, and the stun onto Lexus as they're looking to continue this. Taunt not going to matter, and now Phil Gang feeding in one at a time. The strats. So at 27 minutes, we'll finally get our third dragon taken off the table, as that second ocean will go into the pockets of RotM. Kato looking for the 1v2, I guess. Roast the Beef taken pretty low. Taunt forward into Onslaught of Shadows. He'll get flipped back into the turret. Kato forced to use the stopwatch underneath the turret. Dawning Shadow comes through. They'll get the Shen ult as well. I like the look on the Tempered Fate, but it's just not quite going to matter as Narawana being chased off. Teleport being channeled as Kato just dives through for the double kill. Sacrifices himself to the Phil Gang. Now on the other side of the fight, Liposuction Lane and Black Salt fighting with Lexus, but they're not able to find that one. It's a Drowsy coming down onto Black Salt. He'll pop the Gargoyle Stone Plate for a little bit of health. Karsuda collapsing from the side, hits the Fate's Call. They'll pull him back in. The knockup, they'll take down Lexus, and they'll take down True Rage. Double kill for Karsuda as he's kiting around Senna main roll. The Ren not quite there, but the triple kill is from Karsuda. And X-Craze is just going to solo push the inhibitor while all this is happening. Stun lands on a Roast the Beef. Taunt Flash not quite there, and he'll get out safely. But they got the inhibitor, they're going to get the tower. All of it works out for RotM. Well, they were still fishing for Shen with the Tempered Fate, not able to find it, but both inhibitors go down now for RotM. A lot of huge items have been finished up. Everybody is super strong, and with a 12,000 gold lead, RotM should look to close out the game here in the next couple of minutes. Baron has rejoined the map, and I'm assuming that'll be the next point of contention for the teams, and perhaps the last one in the game. He went Rage Blade on the Gnar. He really went there. Every time I see Gnars do builds like this, it never feels like they do anything. Maybe that's biased. Aikato's going to get spotted out by Roast the Beef as well as True Rage, and instead it is him doing the spot out. They're going to blow some global ults on it. True Rage will be the first one to fall in this fight as Lexus joins. He'll get taunted back up. They'll slowly trunk through the Galio. That was a really good Blast Cone. He's burning down, and Karasuda from the top side takes it home with the Pierce. Blast Cone from Aikato is just going to set him up for the reflank onto Senna main roll as he'll dive back under the turret. Tempered Fate actually just helps out RotM. It shuts off the turret to make sure they don't take any more damage. Thank you so much, Roast the Beef. And that should seal it as Aikato's going to dash through the base. Everybody can go over the wall except for X-Craze. Feels bad. Oh, the big chains. The Syndra ult set that one up beautifully. Into the Fate's Call. It's the ace for RotM, and that'll be game number 1. Maybe they can kill Lilia. We'll see. Yes. So, 37-16, the final kill count in a 31-minute game. RotM going to take game number 1. Pretty convincingly, honestly. There was an early lead for Phil Gang. We had 15 pages and a Magi's, and then they all died. Um, there's a little more nuance than that, but I don't really care for it. So we'll take a short break. We'll be back with game number 2. Oh, you guys didn't switch sides either. What a gift. My wife is apparently also a gift, which is true. All right. Game number 2 between ROTM. Oh, I did flip it over. What am I missing? I'm missing chat. Okay, there we go. Game number 2 between ROTM and the Phil Gang. On the bio side of the rift, wearing the blue health bars for game number 2 will be Return of the Middle Sticks. Sorry, I messed up chat. There we go. Okay, in the top lane, liposuction lane, playing Lulu. A lot of L's. Aikedo in the jungle on Kindred, X-Craze in mid on LeBlanc, and Karasuda and Black Salt in the bottom lane playing Senna and Leona. And on the other side of the map, wearing the red health bars for game number 2 will be the Phil Gang. In the top lane, Senna main role playing Nico, True Rage in the jungle playing Graves, 2004 Lexus GX470 playing Yone, and Narawana and Roast the Beef playing Nar and Pike. So game number 1, a bit of a stomp. We'll see how game number 2 goes. My wife and one of our friends are currently roasting me, like 3 feet to my left. So, paying attention to that, trying not to get tilted. We're here for the cast. We're here for the games. Oh no, now I'm gonna get roasted 3 ways by somebody who's in the chat. This is great news. Alright, well... Well, let's see what happens here in the game. Karasuda opting for the Glacial Augment on the Senna means that he'll have the slows. We'll see how he's able to use them. And it takes it away from Senna main role, who's now has to play Nico. I'm still not sure about the utility of the Gnar Pike lane. That's level 2 for Black Salt and Karasuda. Hit very slightly early. Why is Roast the Beef at a level... I guess I missed that. He's got level 2 and Narawana does not, so there's really nothing happening there in the bottom lane for Phil Gang. And this lane actually feels really rough for X-Craze. I don't know what you do particularly against Yone in the best of times, but we'll see. Narawana hits Mega, and that actually might be costly for him as he's going to get his soul pulled out. Everybody's going to back off for now. So in terms of these team comps, I think it's really interesting. Well, first off, the Leona feels kind of almost strange in this team comp. The idea behind ROTM's comp is to kind of abuse range, support the Kindred, support the LeBlanc, and then just find that one moment to turn the fight. And the Leona, I guess, helps turn, but it's going to be very hard for Black Salt to navigate these fights successfully. Not that he can't do it. He's very good. But it just feels a little out of place with the rest of the comp. I know it's probably not the most serious for the consideration of anything, but a lot of times when you see pro teams draft comps like this, they'll draft full range, and you'll just try to abuse that range advantage in mid to late game. Even around objectives, you set up and just get poke people out before they have the opportunity to close distance. The answer is to completely hard engage a fight, which is still going to be rough. You're relying on Narawana, who we didn't see have the most success in game number 1. I guess if you hit a really good Pike Bone Skewer, it's first blood in the mid lane for Lexus. That kind of came out of nowhere as True Rage looking to collapse. He's going to auto down, playing the range around these minions, dancing around. True Rage can't find the auto attack, and Lexus can't really join. He dashes forward, dance some arrows. The auto attack is enough for the kill for Aikido. Really nicely done to kite around the minions and make sure the Graves just has a miserable time of it. Now, Lane and Senamain roll just gonna duel to the death. The Aftershock proc actually clutch for the damage, and Nico will take home the solo kill. Wait, you got a second kill mid? Yeah, no, directed camera totally trolled. I want to see the kill mid. I don't care about top laners either. So yeah, praise be to Aikido, the god of the jungle. Able to get the double kill. Why are we watching bot lane for so long? This is particularly boring. Like, the Lulu Nico lane was more interesting. Yeah. Oh, here we go, Lulu Nico lane. True Rage is here for the gank. The Pop Blossom gonna snare up into, God, I can't think of it. It's a kill, though, for Senamain roll on the gank. And lane getting game played. Yeah, didn't have the ward up and gets caught as a result of it. X-Ray's still looking actively for these trades. The double chains coming through. Aikido looking for the dive here in bottom, trying to chase down Narawana. A couple more autos. Oh, the shield! Wait, Lexus gets the Conqueror proc, dashes forward with the third Q, hits the level up! Ooh. Alright, that's a tilter. Teleport into the bottom lane here. Senamain roll looking to track down Aikido, but he's out over that. Ooh. That trade in mid, though, the W shield, into the perfect timing for the third Q, into the level up, meant that he didn't die. That's so... yeah, that's a tilter. That's super unlucky. Anyway, Philgang has another small lead here at the beginning of the game, pretty much countered by the CS lead in the bottom. Look at the 53-39 advantage opened up by Karasuda again. Tangle Barbs. Nico's E is called Tangle Barbs. I didn't look it up. Just for the record, it just popped into my head. So, you know, sometimes you get off of work and you're like hungry and tired. That's me. Alright. X-Craze hits the chain. And another trade. The Berserker who's first is kind of interesting. It means that he should be able to have more move speed. I don't know where I was going with that. Narawana is going for a more traditional build this game, it looks like. Not headed for the Blade of the Rune King, instead going for the Frost Mallet, which, this item, Jerem's Fist, is not a good individual item whatsoever. By itself is extremely golden efficient, and is not the way that you start that. Like, the regular giant spell gives just as much health. I think even more health than the Jerem's Fist does. I think it's actually like one of the least gold efficient items in the game. I don't remember exact math, but yeah. Jerem's Fist bad. To recap. Lane's headed for Athene's first, which I like that decision given it gives you some magic resist against the Nico who's going for RotM Aegis for some reason. Big Gnar show, double Gnar back as they're looking to collapse, and the Dawning Shadow not going to save him from the pike as he will get executed and taken below. Karasuda gets pulled in and the double execute comes through. Really nice from Roast the Beef and Narawana. I liked this setup with the Gnar ult, and then good job by Roast the Beef to capitalize. Aikedo's still maybe looking for something. He's got the Lamb's Respite available as True Rage and Lexus turn their sights on the Infernal Dragon here at 10 minutes. Yeah, that's a thick amount of gold cashed in for Roast the Beef off of those two kills to share it. Aikedo maybe looking for the steal. Just going to go ahead and pop him. Oh, gets pulled back over the wall. Oh, has another Dance of Arrow. Well done by him not to panic, I guess, and use the flash. Still had another ability to go back over the wall, though. Is he maxing E? No. Okay. It didn't look like the Blooming Burst was doing any damage compared to what I'm used to seeing. Why is directed camera just trolling me? Oh, because this is actually what it's watching. Alright, well. Manamune finished up for Karasuda. Feels pretty good. X-Craze 0-3 now, unfortunately forced to go for the Seeker's Arm Guard. That feels correct, unfortunately. Not a great spot to be in, especially as Lexus heads toward that 2-item power spike that is oh so devastating on either of the brothers. Man, Yona's so cool. I wish I ever got to play him, but it's always banned in my game for some reason. I'm not really sure. Oh, that's a really good trade by Lexus. Narawana hits the Mega Form, which is very interesting, I guess. Hook not quite able to land from Roast the Beef. I actually really liked what Roast the Beef has done on the Bard. Oh, collateral damage. Not quite going to finish that one up. Able to dodge out the Fate Seal. That was really nice by X-Craze. We'll see if he can continue juking and weaving and bobbing. It doesn't look like it. He gets hit by a Q over the wall. The Deathmark not able to finish that one off, but True Rage able to dash over the wall. One smoke screen, I think, is the amount of damage we're looking for. It gets the dash auto. That was a really nice dodge by X-Craze. It sucks as far behind as he is. You can see the mechanical skill. Broke a couple of ankles on the way, though. That's all you can ask for at that point. Aikedo looking for a gank here in the mid lane. Solar Flare burned onto Narawana. Rift Herald just dropped as a result of this. Big Gnar into the wall as he's trying to turn this one back around, but not able to get anybody into the damage range as Roast the Beef in trouble as well. Dance of Arrows will clean that one up for Aikedo. Gets the shutdown on the pike, and now Shelly collapsing in. They'll be able to finish off this tower in relatively quick fashion as they do spot Graves over the wall. Can True Rage and Lexus find anything at the end of this? Doesn't look like they want to. They're just going to duo blue buff. I'm kind of curious who got the blue buff. Big test of the relationship here between True Rage and Lexus. Is lane getting a Nico gameplay experience up in top lane? He's doing well. Like, honestly, both of them are killing it in farm. Nico, significantly easier to farm on than Lulu, but yeah, number 1 and 2 in CS in the game. Probably 2 worst in terms of map influence currently, but let's check his stacks. He's got 2 currently. I don't know who he's got stacked. Directing camera, hello? Alright, X-Craze. Gonna be able just to walk out of the roam from roast the beef here in mid. Alright, did Lexus have the blue buff? That's important. No, True Rage has it. Alright, so they actually just duoed the blue buff together. Oh. Well. Roast the Beef finds the kill. Has Umbral Glaive already, which is just, you know, a really fun item to try to deal with, because now you can't even ward to see his roaming. He's funneled a decent amount of money into Narawana, who also went Berserker Greaves again, which is just a choice, I guess. Maybe I'm just not in tune with the 80 carry Nar. Maybe you have to go Berserker Greaves. I feel like you would just play him like Nar, though, and not do that. But yeah, not too sure. That'll be another stack in the pocket of Ikado. That should be number 3. I don't think he's gotten another one since then, so... on his way toward the extra bonuses on his abilities. X-Craze looking forward, hits the chain onto Roast the Beef, gets the snare up. Does he have another combo? It doesn't look like he's got enough mana in the tank for it. Black Salt hits the stun, dash away from Lexus as RTM looking to kind of pressure mid here. Ikado and X-Craze need to be a little bit careful as they're getting pinched just a little bit. This is a full 5v5 currently. Cloud Soul up, hook lands onto X-Craze as the dragon gets leashed by Narawana. They're looking for center main roll, trying to pop him, but the Pop Blossom comes in. It's huge. It's a 3-man snare into the Fate's Death Defy, Fate Seal, something like that. But it's 2 kills for RTM in exchange for X-Craze. So the AoE just didn't pop the way that it needed to, and Narawana still has his ult. They have to be a little bit careful, but the dragon gets rushed down by RTM, maybe looking for the engage. Again, Meganar up now for Narawana. He could look for that re-engage if they have any damage, but it doesn't look like they really fancy the fight as Ikado dashes. Gets hit by the wallop, gets hit by the end of the line, into the Nar ult. They're looking to chain some of this together, but Lexus bites off more than he can chew, and he'll go down 2 kills for RTM. The flip from the Bone Skewer doesn't quite get Ikado into range, and not quite the right timing on the death from below, so they're not able to finish that one off. Snare lands from the Nico into the Bone Skewer, and they will find the extra kill onto Liposuction Lane, who just unfortunately was left standing there after everybody else had left. Karsuda and Black Salt trying to kite Mac out, and they will successfully disengage from that. So at 17 minutes, another fight goes to ROTM, and the gold count completely even now. And now it's a 100 gold disadvantage. It's over. But yeah, pretty even count. I believe Ikado picked up his 4th stack during that fight, which is very important. Gives him bonus damage on basically all of his abilities, if I remember correctly. They've changed that so much. But I know 4 stacks is good. It's not extra range now, I'm pretty sure. No, you still get range. I don't know. It used to just be range and damage, and now it's like extra ability damage. Maybe still range. I don't know. Ikado's gonna fly in here and tell me off for being Karsuda went Ghost Blade, which is kind of interesting with the Glacial Augment. I feel like that's not normal. Maybe it is. Lexus trying to 1v2 and he just can't. He gets auto down. I do like this from ROTM, isolating LeBlanc up in top lane, hopefully getting her some farm, the ability to rejoin the fight, maybe get that tower, and you have lane ISO'd against Gnar, which feels like a fine matchup for him to farm in. And you still have the 3 mid. I like this quite a bit, but this is kind of the death of that, unfortunately, as the Rift Herald is dropped, as True Rage was able to pick that one up. Oh, True Rage finds Aikedo at his red buff. A couple more autos, not able to hit that blast cone. Now Narawana and Liposuction Lane gonna scrap here. The Rift Herald actually just chunking through. Narawana able to pick up that kill. The Frost Mallet finished up is key during that. And that'll be a second turret as well for Philgang. A really nice grab on the back of that, but they're gonna pay as Black Salt goes in, finds Narawana. True Rage in their sights. Slow. Off of auto, another slow. I don't know that they have enough to gap close. Oh, flash into Zenith Blade. That was max range. He has the stun available at some point. There it is. And the Q not quite enough. He actually steals that one away with the auto attack. Oh. Another pickup on the top side there as Yone able to grab the turret X-Craze. Can't face check that bush. Aikedo in Liposuction lane just kill Lexus up in the top lane. So yeah, Aikedo's big. He's 7-0 on this Kindred. Yeah, directed camera just playing favorites here. Oh, these are people on opposite teams as Karsuda gets spotted and neither one can get away from the other. Karsuda trying to use the heal, gets slowed by the house. Is the Ghost Blade speed actually enough? True Rage doesn't have quick draw, he's out and the Solar Flare will make sure that he survives. Nice. Still even in gold count. Narawana looking a lot more comfortable this game, maybe after building a Frost Mallet and not trolling and going Blade of the Ruined King into Rage Blade. Just a thought. Lane is as strong as he's ever going to get. He's got the 2 items that he needed. Gonna get hooked in though. Forced to use the Wild Growth. Narawana still looking for something. Not going to find it. Sentimental does, though. The Pop Blossom stuns up 2. They're looking to turn onto Aikedo. He dashes in, uses the Lamb's Respite just to make this a fuck fest. But he gets Nard back. Oh, really nicely done by Narawana to get him out of there. Roast the Beef in trouble. It'll be exchanged back as the Fate Sealed comes through. Lexus picks up the shutdown, and now Black Salt in trouble as well. He'll be taken down by True Rage. A really good fight for the Phil gang as Narawana may be looking to cap that one off. Not going to be able to track down Liposuction Lane as he's still got his flash. X-Craze just kind of wondering what happened to his team there. What happened, guys? But a really good fight for Phil gang. The big moment was the Gnar ultimate to fling Aikedo out of his own Lamb's Respite. They all got the heal. Aikedo didn't. He was slammed into the wall. He got taken down. And that basically tipped the fight. As right now it's just that one really strong member. Karsuda doing some damage, but it's a lot more sustained. No burst. You know, it's tougher for him to navigate the fight by himself. So now it's a big lead. It's a minor lead for Phil gang. We'll see what they can do with it. Lexus is getting pretty close to his big 2-item power spike, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Yone is the strongest champion in the game. That was a hook. Alright, well. Unlucky, I guess. But yeah, Yone with the Infinity Edge Phantom Dancer combo can now duel anybody and anything. It doesn't matter how far ahead they are. Even Aikedo, I think, probably doesn't win a straight 1v1 against him. Roast the Beef, however, does not. He'll go down after the challenging smite from Aikedo. And teleport in from center main roll, looking for that Pop Blossom. They're going to just stun up Black Salt, a pretty impressive CC chain on the backside of that. Narawana not able to find his distance as Aikedo plays that really well. Pop Blossom finally comes in. It's another Lamb's Respite. We'll see if they can turn this one back around. Aikedo trying to heal back up. Everybody goes into stasis briefly. Everybody's stopped with a little bit of CC, but now Karasuda looking to continue the chase. He'll shut down the Nico, but Lexus back out of the... Ooh, that was a lot of damage that came through onto Lexus. Aikedo looking forward. A couple more autos. The W isn't quite enough to keep him topped off, and Aikedo's on a killing spree. X-Craze, meanwhile, is just pushing top lane. He's having the time of his life up there. So as good as that first fight was for Philgang, that second one was better for RTM as they're able to take the threats off the map. And now maybe the Baron as well. Pyke on the hunt will spot them out. It's still 11k. They do this relatively fast thanks to the Kindred and the Senna. X-Craze hovering around the top, maybe looking for his big moment. Here comes the Philgang down from the side. True Range gets engaged upon as Black Salt looks to turn. True Range really low, not quite chunked through. One more auto and X-Craze will finish him off, gets his first kill of the game, and takes down the enemy jungler. Now gold exactly even as RTM look to turn back toward that Baron. I don't think Karasuda actually wanted to auto it as Aikedo chasing down Pyke on the top side of this fight. Hook not going to connect, but they're hurting him in, and X-Craze will find the auto at the end of that one as well. So, 2 kills on the extension of the fight. Maybe a third one. Narawana in trouble as well, but Main Roll and Lexus collapsing from the top. They'll shut down Aikedo, and all of that goes onto the Yone. Black Salt looking just to finish off Narawana, but he's trapped in the back of the pit, and he'll slowly die to the Baron and eventually fall. Yeah, you did it, Narawana. That was all you. How many stacks? I don't know why I alt-tabbed to look for that. It is, I can't tell you, 25 seconds. Never mind. I can look at Senna stacks. Senna has 66 stacks. That's pretty good. Those are the stacks you wanted to see, right? Dragon is spawning here in 51 seconds. I'm assuming both teams will fight over it, even though neither of them need to. This Dragon really doesn't represent a whole lot right now. Oh, now we can check. Kindred has 6. They're going to find Lexus, though, in the jungle. Dance of Arrows over the wall, and he's not able to ult out to safety, so Aikedo will take him down. Narawana gets found and solo killed by X-Craze as well. Solar Flare going to snare up Senna main roll. Pop Blossom coming through, but not the amount of damage that he needed. Aikedo will take that kill, and 3 picks basically back to back to back for RTM, and they'll sweep through the Dragon area that they didn't need to contest, but they did it. Aikedo walks in and auto attacks the blue buff for the stack. Excellent. Great gameplay. So Dragon goes to ROTM as Black Salt liposuction lane and X-Craze look to push in mid with the rest of the team in pursuit. Edge of Night finished up for Karasuda. He's got 3 big items. That's pretty nice. It's on his Hourglass completed for X-Crazes. They find Pyke, and he did. He had no opportunity to counterplay that. But now they're going to engage on Aikedo. They've burned a lot already. Can they actually finish him off? The wallop comes through. Where's the damage? They do finally trade, but Narawana falls in the process. Nico able to escape out of the side. True Rage and Lexus maybe looking for more X-Rays. Doesn't have the most mana right now. Oh, he gets snared up. Send a main roll over the wall, and they'll track him down. It's another kill for Lexus, and he'll look to continue that chase. He's got red buff ticking. He's got the autos. Karasuda is here trying to help out, but I don't think they can turn. They will finally get him out to safety, though. This is a pretty tight game. About a 1,000 gold lead for ROTM. As the Baron started up by Philgang, about 10,000 health. They don't do this super quickly. Well, they don't do it very safely, I guess, as nobody's particularly tanky. True Rage has lifesteal, I guess. Roast the Beef gets spotted. They see him doing Dragon. Teleport into the top lane from liposuction lane. It's a little too late, though, as they're able to burn it down. The redemption not quite in time from liposuction lane. Autos coming through, they'll slow him down into the polymorph. A couple more autos. The shield from Pop Blossom isn't enough as Karasuda tracks him down, gets the killing spree. So only 4 purple buffs being worn currently by... Oh, only 3. Roast the Beef died. I don't know what happened to him. Yeah, I actually don't know what happened to him. He got killed by Karasuda as he entered river. That makes sense. I'm glad directed camera showed us that. Normally, I'm all about directed camera. I understand it, but it's missed a lot of stuff in this particular game. Hook over the wall. Oh! Roast the Beef pulls Black Salt in, the Gnar into the wall, but it's only onto Leona. They're trying to find the pick onto the support, but everybody can just kind of free fire over the wall. The retreat. X-Craze goes in! He finds Roast the Beef. Aikedo looking for Lexus. He hits the Fate Sealed. He'll get turned into a squirrel and taken down. Now the Lamb's Respite, just kind of in the middle of everything, will top off ROTM as they're looking to put the final touches on this game. The dash over the wall. Send a main roll. Oh, they're actually able to take down the Kindred as Black Salt falls to True Rage. It's all falling apart just a little bit. Karasuda on the other side. The Stalwart doing damage. X-Craze goes in. Can't quite pop. He gets the stopwatch out. Karasuda's just autoing Narawana. This is way more interesting than everything else. I don't know what else is going on. I guess nothing. Karasuda and Narawana. The shield from Lulu will cure that one. Karasuda's on a rampage now on the Senna. They're still looking for more picks. The W lands. Flash hook in. Oh, the Wild Growth prevents the death from below, and Roast the Beef not able to find the assassination. That was really nicely timed by liposuction lane. Baited out the ultimate, able to get that one. X-Craze. Oh, True Rage. Oh no, you can't check that bush, buddy. Oh, maybe he can. He's pretty tanky, I guess. X-Craze hits the Orb of Deception. The Pop Blossom doesn't land. Neither does the Tangle Barb. And X-Craze flashes the TSM emote, and he'll walk away. The spirit of Bjergsen inhabits him during that play, I guess. Now needs to be a little bit careful. Really playing with my heart there. It's a 600 gold lead for RTM, but it feels like they have all of the map pressure, and I don't really know why that is. I mean, I guess it's because they have an actual team comp, and Philgang doesn't. Why did they... What are they doing with that blue buff? They were fucking around with the blue buff for so long that they didn't even contest the dragon. Alright, well. You know, whatever. Still 2 minutes on an objective, basically. But we're going to walk in here and contest vision. Alright. Yeah, I don't really know what to talk about right now. Let's look at items, because that's always a good thing to talk about. Miguel got a Void Staff. That's pretty cool. Did Bjerg ever make it out of groups? No. TSM has never made it out of groups. I'll just save you time. Did they in 2015? Alright, well, X-Craze probably knows more than me. I didn't think they ever made it out. Lost the Samsung White in quarters. Okay. Well, good for them. We're gonna just... It's just double lift that hasn't? Okay, I thought it was TSM the organization, but it's just double lift. Yeah, I just remember the year I was hyped about TSM was Season 2. And then you got to see one best of 3 out of them. They lost, and that was it. That was Worlds, because Season 2. Yeah, there's now 20 seconds left on this Baron, while we've talked about TSM for a little bit. No more really interesting item. Oh, never mind. Lane has a Magi's Soul Stealer and has 10 stacks on it. Did upgrade that Dark Seal from earlier. Roast the Beef didn't want that, interestingly. He definitely saw Aikido backing there. I don't know what this Nico build is. I'm not particularly fond of it. I feel like he could either do a lot more damage or have a lot more utility, and instead he's just off tank, I guess? He does have a lot of health. Could build a Warmogs, I guess. The ARAM strats. Alright, Lexus has the finished Death Stance, has the Mortal Reminder as well, so the Yone going to be an issue, regardless as we set up for this Baron. ROTM has vision control and can sweep through with the couple of sweepers that they have, and now that they see that there's no vision, they're going to get mid-prio, and then they're going to look to take Baron by the book. Never mind, they're going to launch Black Salt in through the Blast Cone. And X-Craze is going to look for a pick and not find anything. Lane walks in and finds Narawana just doing the Raptors, looking for the engage, forces the flash away, so, you know, not going to have that available for the fight. We've stalled out successfully to the point that now there's going to be a dragon spawn in 50 minutes. It's weird, our team's playing so confidently, like they have a gigantic lead in terms of like what they're forcing into with vision control, but then they're not making the big, like, we have the lead moves where like you would force Baron. Meanwhile, Philgang is playing like they're super far behind and giving a lot of that respect that they don't need to. Sunbane Rogue gonna get caught and then instead flash forward for the Pop Blossom, looking to chunk out Aikido, but he gets healed back to full by that Lulu. X-Craze just eliminates True Rage on the side. Yone goes in. The one-at-a-time strat's not paying off for Philgang as everybody gets topped off by the Redemption. And that should just be it, honestly. Like, they don't need the objectives. They can push forward into the base. They can use the objectives to get the objectives if they need to. X-Craze forward, not able to find the chain onto Narawana. We were hoping for some kind of big explosive fight. Oh, Minion Wave getting cut by Roast the Beef, but he's not able to successfully kite it all the way back, so we'll see if RTM can end here. Roast the Beef looking for it, hits the Bone Skewer, flashes back out. Narawana on one side, Roast the Beef on the other, trying to save the game for Philgang, and he's a squirrel the entire time and can't. Black Salt takes a Fountain Laser, and the Nexus goes to ROTM. There was no climax to that game, instead it just kind of ends at 38 minutes. Um, that's a good summary there in the chat. We fell asleep for 10 minutes, but then remembered we had Kindred Lulu and walked with them. Cool. 2-0 for RTM. They finished the regular season undefeated, and now we'll play the Quarantine Recovery Group in the 1-4 quarterfinal. That's at 10 a.m. on Saturday, or 10 a.m. on Sunday, excuse me. So support those boys. Gold plays Thursday night at 7:30 for their quarterfinal. They're the number 3 seed. They're taking on Yeetus Deletus. If they win, then they will play the semifinal on Saturday at 10 a.m. against Get Money Boys. Assuming that they win. If they lose, then it doesn't matter. So Thursday 7:30. I don't know if it'll be streamed because there's two games at the same time, but hopefully it is. Um, and yeah, that's the big thing to watch is that. With that, I'm basically done for the split in terms of the Get Rec split. I don't know what I'm going to be casting from here on, but I'm going to try to find stuff because obviously we need content. So yeah, thank you all for watching and supporting throughout the split. I really appreciate all of the support, and the organization does as well. I don't have any other really teary farewell or any plugs to make, so thank you guys, and um, yeah, we'll we'll see you uh, soon, hopefully.